say this because this is our last few moments here in Geneva. Coming here, I think we both were probably like, what's there to do in Geneva? Like, I wasn't all that thrilled. Like, it just, like, as I did research and looked up things, I just really didn't see a whole lot that made me say, ooh. But it's like, after being here, I'm gonna tell you, this is a really charming, big city. Yeah. And I say that because sometimes you find charming in small, quaint places, but this is a very metro city. And hold on, we gotta stop so I can get this camera up. I find that it's a very, hello, bonjour. It's a very metro city, and we were talking about this yesterday. It feels good to feel like you belong or you accept it.
Yeah. Or you're not looked at as an outsider.
An other.
Just because of the way you look.
An other.
Right.
And I don't know if you all can fully appreciate that. Because I don't know if we fully appreciated that because we come from an American experience. Right. And in America, we've always been treated as other, even when we don't realize that's what is happening.
Yep.
And here, we're here and we see all these beautiful people of color all across the board.
And did not know that. Coming here, didn't know that.
I just figured that Geneva, Switzerland was going to be a very Euro, white, Euro place.
Well, we just came from Vienna. So Vienna, the population
is very Euro.
Is extremely, and you know, one or two.
Hardly any diversity.
Right. Remember one lady that was cleaning the room, somebody asked her a question and she, you know, she asked them, how long are you guys going to be here? And we said 2 days. And she was like, ooh, that's long enough. You know, and she was African, so
yeah,
that was one experience. But this,
it's amazing because, like I said, here we just see people walk around and everybody looks so comfortable in their skin.
Yep.
They look so comfortable in the fact that they're safe in being human.
Yep.
And I feel like, and this mother made me cry because it's so sad.
Well, but also for happiness, because it's like people are getting to live a life, their life. It doesn't have to be based off of just my culture. I'm here because I couldn't afford to do blah blah blah, but maybe that's the case. When I came here, I have a chance, and now I'm progressing. They look like they're progressing.
But what I feel sad about more than anything is America. Well, that we're exceptions to the rule because we have a little bit more privilege as far as economic status. And you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times we go places and somebody can look at us crazy, but we look at them like, bitch, fuck you and do your job. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But everybody who has who's black in America doesn't have that experience. We are beat down into submission, whether we realize it or not. And it is like we're walking around with PTSD, whether we know that to be true or not. And if they haven't been outside of the American experience, they don't even realize how you could be treated or how you should be treated elsewhere, because we take it for this is the way it is, or it just feels normal.
So there's so many things I could say with that. One of them being, if you do notice when certain foreign people of color come to the US and they experience what you just said, that's why we're hyphenated in every form. We're African-ness,
African-American, Jamaican,
yes. And
separated and segregated.
And we separate ourselves for that same reason. It's like, well, we're from Africa, so we're not like that. We're from this, so we're not like that. I'm educated, so I'm not, you know. So we find ourselves separating ourselves, that's the really sad part, is that separate, we have even less power, but collectively, from no matter what country you're from, but we're all.
And I think what it also is that I'm trying to say, because like I said, y'all, I'm having these thoughts right here on camera, like they're not well formulated or anything, but they kind of are. My spirit knows what I'm saying. Yep. In America, there's this thing called white privilege, right? And it seems like it's a thing because of white privilege. But what I'm saying is, being here in Geneva, I see that privilege no matter what color you are. We see people walking around with the audacity to feel safe.
Yep.
You know,
the audacity to have their own shops next door to wherever. It's not just certain shops in certain locations. Everything is everywhere, no matter what.
one time, like me and Dick Gregory, I don't know if y'all know him, he is our ancestor now, civil rights activist, comedian, social commentary.
Father, friend.
We were walking through Rock Creek Park together, just he and I. And we're walking at a part of the park where it was like we had to walk down the street. And we're walking facing traffic. Yet every time a car came by, driving toward us, we instinctually got to the side of the road, hovered, made ourselves small to give this car all the space it needs so it wouldn't accidentally hit us. Then he pointed out a white woman who was walking on the other side of the street, same direction we were going, but the cars were to her back. And every time a car rolled by, she didn't flinch. She didn't get to the side. She did not make room for them, because for her, she was walking around in her privilege of being safe. I didn't even realize that instinctually, we as black people protect ourselves. We as black people step to the side. We as, yeah, you may see, now not maybe me and her, but you could see
Not in my neighborhood.
the black experience where they may go into a store that they feel that is expensive and they don't make eye contact. They look down, they question even if they have the right to be there.
Yeah.
I remember when I was young and poor, so far ago, my son was having seizures. And I remember the first time he had a seizure, I called 911 and then I hung up because I wasn't sure if I had the right to call for help. Was help for me or people like me. So it was like, oh my goodness, am I bothering somebody? Is this really an emergency? You know what I mean? Let me hang up. Because I don't know, can I even afford this privilege of calling for help? Luckily, 911, they have a thing that if you call them and you hang up, they're gonna call your butt right back, because you can't be prank calling 911. But they sent an ambulance and all of that, and everything was good. Everything all turned out. But what I'm saying is, I don't think we always realize how subconsciously we feel like others, like we don't belong, we don't have the basic rights that everybody should have because they're human. And that is my American experience.
And mine was way less subtle than that, because I grew up in a military environment. So all of those things.
Wipe my face. No, they gonna make up my makeup.
I grew up, I mean, I'm older than Tinesha on the one hand, so it's like you think I would have had those same experiences, but I actually didn't. And that's the thing, I grew up in a military environment, so in a lot of ways, I have the same thought processes as a lot of white people, because that's who I grew up around. So, you know, I didn't know. So I would be the one that say they might have been discriminating, but I didn't know it.
You didn't know what you didn't know.
I didn't know what I didn't know. And so
you don't know what you don't know until the world beats it into you. Right. When every time you see a black man murdered by the cops, every time you see that subconsciously beats a message into you.
That you
don't belong. You're not welcomed here.
Yes.